this is your next video as part of your online course, and I'm going to show you a wet set using a brickwork technique. So what we do, obviously start right at the front of the head, and you put your first roller in at the front, taking a section that's not too wide, and you comb that forward. Okay, so you've got good tension. Get your roller, make sure your ends are in, and then roll that down. Okay, and then you're going to go either side of that roller. Again, making sure you get those ends in, because then when you go to comb it out, you're going to have some nasty sort of splayed ends, which just does not look very nice. And just roll it down onto the head. You can obviously use these clips, or you can use setting pins that you can get from most good hairdressing shops or eBay. Put in setting pins and you'll find them. They're plastic pins that you put through the middle. I just prefer these because I don't think they stab the client's head. I always, when I do it, tend to stab the client's head and then it gets uncomfortable for them. So sometimes it can be a little bit tricky getting these pintail clips in. And then you're going to go into the middle of the two rollers. So basically, if you look at a box standard brick wall, excuse me, you'll be able to see that you've got one brick, then two brick, and they work in between the brick. And also, if you look at your handouts that I've given you as part of your online course, you'll be able to see the pattern on there as well, and be able to print that off and have a look for yourself. Okay, and then you just come round. And just work your rollers into the hair. And if you want to put more than one pin in, you can, it's not a problem. And then just come in between each roller in the middle. Again, just make sure your sections aren't too wide, because the hair will get a bit baggy. And then when you come to take the rollers out later, you're going to struggle with them getting caught and whatnot. So also when you're setting, just make sure you keep the hair wet. If it starts to dry off because it's taking you a bit longer to set than an average head, then you just wet it down, it's not a problem. But the hair needs to be evenly wet in order to be able to dry off properly. And obviously the size of the roller will be dependent on what you're trying to achieve. So, you know, if you want a loose set, you're going to use a bigger roller. If you want a tight set, you're going to use a smaller roller. So it's up to you to kind of agree with your client how tight you want this set. Bear in mind, sets do drop out extremely quickly, so you just need to bear that in mind. Okay, you just work down the head.